Hi everyone, this is Jeannie Ellis, also known as Scrapbooking Memo. And today I want to share a beading project with you using beads from Beebeecraft. We're going to be making some beads that are floral. So we have some floral beads. Now I made some smaller ones also, but I've got a couple of big ones that I want to add one more flower to. And that's what we're going to be working on is the bigger one. Try and get a hold of it in one hand. But we have some little tiny ones made using the same technique. And then we have the bigger ones. Okay, so first thing you need is a 9-inch wire. You need some pliers. That's just so you can hold onto your wire if you need to. Some flush cutters to cut your wire. And if you have it, something to help smooth your wire with if it becomes too bended. So that's not necessarily what you need, but I do use those a lot. So if you have them or anything that will smooth it out. Now, the first thing you want to do is take 5 beads of one color and one of another, and you're going to string them onto the wire, which I've seen a lot of people string some beads onto their wire and they're like very, very quick. And I'm not that quick. So, but we're going to see what we can do. Okay, now I have my 5 beads. And then the next thing you want to do is kind of center them a little bit but on your wire. But what I do after I kind of center it as much as possible, it doesn't have to be exact, is I cross the wires over. And then I take one side of the wire and the first bead, you could go either side, but you take the first bead and put that wire through your first bead and just kind of pull it. And I kind of adjust as I go, pull on one side, pull on another side, just kind of even it out a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect, but then you have your little floral circle. And here's where I usually take my tool to kind of smooth a little bit. Okay, so now you've got your flower part. Now you need the centerpiece to your flower. So I kind of hold on to this wire here to keep this from opening up here. So just kind of hang on to that wire close to the beads. So take your center bead, and let's see if I can see it. Pull it over, and you see that the wire is coming from here, so you're going to pull from that direction. Okay, and so then you take your bead, lay it over as close as possible, and go take your wire and go across that from that bead. So you're pulling from there to over here. Now you could pull a different direction, but it's not going to look right, or it won't fit right. So here we go, pulling it over, still hanging onto the other wire. Now take your 2 wires and start twisting, just like this. And you could pull it through and let the wires go in the middle and out from the back, but it doesn't matter in this case because I'm going to be putting them on as sprays. So they'll lay that direction anyway. And so you're just twisting is all you're doing, twisting your flower to get this little twisty part. Let me see if I can get a better focus of that. I don't know if you can or not, but you're just twisting is all you're doing. And you can make this part as long as you want, or as short as you want, however you want to do it. It looks like this one's going to be a little shorter probably than the others. Well, maybe not. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop there. My fingers are worn out. I've already made several beads, so we're going to quit there. And just trim off the excess. Okay, so now you have your 3 flowers. And you can put them any direction you want. And a lot of times I'll either take the wire, hold them together, and take a wire and twist around them so they'll fit, or I'll go ahead and just put a whole new wire on it. So let me see what I want to do. I think I'm going to put this one in the middle. Okay. That's how I want them to come out. And so now I'm just going to take this wire, these wires, and kind of combine them together and twist them. And then I can spread them out. If you twist them too close, like I just did, it's not going to work exactly the way you want, but you want it to leave a little space in there. You don't have to, but you can. I should have started down in here, but I actually twisted too high. So, but it still works. You know, you still have a little spray there. It doesn't really matter. It's however you want to do it. If you want to do it shorter, you can. If you want to do it longer, you can. Or, like I said before, you can take your 3 wires and put this on it and twist it together. So, either way you want to do it's fine. So now you have a set of 3 beaded flowers. I'm always trying to get this in focus and I never know for sure. There we go. Now let's do a little one. Let's do a small one, which is going to be a little harder to do because it's going to be very tiny. And I've already cut a 7-inch wire of the 26 gauge. I forgot to tell you that part, but it is a 26 gauge. And these beads are 4mm, and these others are a 8mm. So they're double. Okay, so again, we're going to take and string our beads onto the wire. Hopefully I don't get my head in the camera. And find the little holes. Now these are a lot smaller. They're half the size. Although they look even smaller than that, but according to my gauge, these are 4mm. Let me make sure. I don't want to tell you wrong. They may be 3. Nope, they are 4. I think they're like, they fall right into it. So we're going to call them 4. Fell into it without falling through. So again, 5 beads. Doesn't matter colors, whatever your color preference is. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting ready to try to string that on. We don't want that yet. Okay, so now again, we're going to cross over our wire and take one of the beads, the first bead, and bead the wire through one of the beads. So you cross over, string it through the first bead of either side, as long as you have the opposite wire on each end. So you don't want to put it in the wrong spot or it's not going to do a circle. Okay. All right, so now you have your little flower piece, and I think I keep getting out of camera, I think. Okay, now this is going to be a little easier, I hope, to string because of the fact that this is a thicker wire for a smaller bead, or it's a thick wire for a smaller bead. Same wire that we used a while ago, but maybe I want to put it differently. Let me hold on to it. this way. Okay, again, I'm just taking the, after I've strung it on, taking it and going across. You might want to kind of gauge and see which way's better, and just pulling that around and then giving a good twist in the toward the back. It doesn't have to be exactly in the back because we're using these as little sprays, and just keep twisting it. And there you have a little red one now. See if I can get close. Sometimes that focuses the closer you get. Let's see. Ah, there we go. And then sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to cut off the excess there. And we are done with our little flowers. So let me show you this bigger one like I did these here. And what I did with this one is when I made the leaf, I just strung the beads onto the wire that I twisted. And then I did basically the same thing with these beads. You see, there's like, to make a leaf, 2, 4, 6, there's 7 of the beads on here. But I basically did the same thing, and then I kind of formed it into a bead. Let me see if I can just do the leaf part of it to show you what I mean. I may have not cut that long enough. We're just doing the leaf. This is just to show you. I've got 7 on here. Just depends on how big you want that to be. Okay. So we're going to twist again, and I may not have done a big enough wire. It's the same technique to begin with. Oop, wrong one. I won't cut it. Okay, and then of course you just twist it. I'm not going to twist it because I'm not keeping it, but then you got a little leaf on here, and you can kind of press it a little bit if you want to, and just make sure you got it secured down there, and then you have a little leaf. And if you want to, you can add the little green beads onto it to make your stem of your leaf for your flower. And the wires do both fit in the 26 gauge, so you would just take it and then kind of pull it tight a little bit, and just kind of bead it all on there. But anyway, that's how I made those leaves there. I just took it, and of course I did it closer into here. But you do the same thing, and you're just adding 7 beads instead of 5, like you do for the flower, if that makes any sense. 7 beads, piece of wire, and a leaf. And if I want to, I could add this on here and have 2 leaves. But anyway, there's that pattern for, oops, I got out of frame there. There is that pattern to make some floral sprays. And again, I don't like it being so close to what I did here. That doesn't mean it doesn't, it's not going to work. It's just I would like it for it to, well, oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Ta-da. There we go. That's more what I wanted. And now you have floral leaves, flowers, floral leaves. You have some flower sprays. And there's the 8mm, and here's the 4mm. And the sample we did today too. I love the red. Kind of goes very pretty. Anyway, I appreciate you watching, and I hope that you enjoy it and that you try it because it's not that hard at all. If you've got arthritic hands like I do, it does make it a little more difficult, but it's still fun to do, and you just kind of keep trying and don't give up. Have a great day. Bye for now.